Eddie, July 25, it's the return of AJ. Just tell us how much work has gone into this one on your side. It hasn't been an easy one, has it?
It's a huge moment. Obviously, we finished last year with the Jake Paul fight, which was good fun, and got Anthony back in the ring, and the devastation of the tragic accident in Nigeria, and the passing of his two closest friends. It was a terrible moment for everybody and the families, and AJ needed that time to recover physically, emotionally and mentally, and kind of left him to his own devices in that respect in terms of time. In the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's returned to training camp. He's physically ready to resume full training. And now the roadmap is set out for 2026. The fight with Prenga, July 25th, and then, of course, the Tyson Fury fight later in the year.
From your side, your personal and working relationship with AJ is something which has been very important for you, hasn't it? For fight fans, I think it showed solidarity you have.
We're very close. I've worked with him for 14 years now. We've been through a hell of a lot. I admire and respect him so much. I care about him, and I want to see him happy. The training camp, the gym, that's where he finds his solidarity. That's where he finds his regiment. That's where he finds his happiness. And this new setup with Alexander Usyk's been incredible. He's extremely motivated, and he's fighting with a different purpose now as well. He's fighting with the memory of his two good friends that he lost, and no one wanted his success more than those two. So he carries a lot of that with him in camp, and like I said, he has a new meaning somewhat in terms of his training now, and he looks in a great place.
Let's turn our attention to the fight that not many know about, Prenga. What we saw with Tyson Fury, where he needed 12 rounds to tune up. Will this be a similar situation?
I think it's very difficult to do the distance with Anthony Joshua. Look, Prenga's a big puncher. I think this is his absolute lottery ticket. And a lot of people said to me, I think this guy's 21 wins, 20 knockouts. And do you want someone maybe with a slightly lesser knockout percentage? But it is what it is. If you're going to beat Tyson Fury, you need to be going through people like Prenga. So you want rounds, but I think it'll be difficult with the kind of bad intentions that Anthony's going to go in there with. I think it'll be difficult for this man to hear the final bell.
He trained with Usyk. We saw all the social media content from it. It's the best thing for his career, don't you think?
These guys are like Apollo and Rocky. It's just they're bringing each other on. The belief that Usyk and the team have in terms of what Anthony can still do in the sport has to be so, good for the confidence building of Anthony Joshua. These guys are not, idiots. They're absolute boxing experts. They see Joshua's work up close. They've shared the ring with him. They see his physicalities, and they believe he can go on and become world heavyweight champion again. Being around greatness like that is incredibly inspiring, and I see AJ raising the bar in training camp and taking it to another level. He's happy in that camp. He's motivated, and he's ready to fight.
July 25 in Riyadh. This isn't just the return of any boxer. This is AJ. When he fights, it's box office. Everyone tunes in. What can we expect?
The story's incredible. Every time AJ steps into the ring, it's a massive event. But this means a lot to everybody involved, because although I know people are calling it a comeback, and we only fought in December, this is a huge comeback. This is a comeback from injury. This is a comeback from emotional loss. This is a comeback that's spurred on in the memory of his friends as well. He's extremely motivated right now, probably more motivated than I've ever seen him before. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see him back in the ring, get this job done, and then on to what will be the biggest fight in boxing.
You've said the fight with Tyson Fury is signed, sealed, delivered. Just tell us, have you got a venue in mind and a date?
The venue will be decided by Turki El Sheikh. Everybody dreams about this fight taking place in the UK. We'll see. I think around November time. But we've signed, Fury's signed, get through July 25th, and we're good to go.